Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. So today we're going to go from Lone Butte, British Columbia, and we're going to drive towards Watch Lake. Now this is Lone Butte. Here's a gas station there. There's a couple restaurants. There's a pub up here on the right. It's got a restaurant in it too, and it's just a little bit further there. But I left on the map here, you can kind of see where Lone Butte is in relation to 100 Mile House and Sheridan Lake and Green Lake. So if you want to pause it, you can have a look at that. But it's about, it says 17 minutes on the map. But yeah, see, that's the pub there on the right. So Lone Butte refers to this thing in front of us. It's what's referred to as a volcano plug, I think, something like that. And it's an ancient, kind of prehistoric volcano was here, and it's eroded away over millions of years. But something else like this in Wyoming, I forget, I think it's like the third, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, that kind of thing, that they, that mountain they had in that. Anyway, that's what that is. It's kind of the inside of a volcano after the mountain erodes away. So we're going to be making a right up here. We're on Highway 24 right now, and we're heading east. So now this is Watch Lake Road, and we're going to be heading south on this. Kind of to our left, if probably about 400 yards through the trees, is another lake called Irish Lake, which we'll be heading to in a few days. You can't get at it from this road though. So certain times of the year, particularly the fall, there's going to be, like that sign said, cattle on the road here. And got to be kind of aware of that. Lots of animals too. Deer are always crossing the road, and bears and foxes and wolves and moose and yeah, everything you could imagine. So at Watch Lake, there's a couple of resorts that offer cabins. Might be some camping as well. I'm not really sure what's available now. I think some of the places that were offering camping have changed and turned into private, changed hands and turned into private kind of timeshare or something like that. I don't know. But you have to Google it up and see what you can find out about it. But there are places available, and we're going to be really close to Green Lake as well. So, you know, probably there's a provincial campground there, so maybe 10 minutes away from a little provincial campground that I don't think it really has many services except for pit toilets, outhouses. But I think it's about $18 a night. I was looking at it before, and there's a couple of them probably 10-15 minutes away from Watch Lake. So where we started out at Lone Butte, it's only maybe 10 miles from 100 Mile House. If you were to head west on the same road that we were on there, head the other direction, that'll take you towards Highway 97, and then you make a right and you're, you know, just outside 100 Mile House. So that's the large community that it'll have a hospital and airport and anyway, grocery stores, all that stuff. Or where we turned onto this Watch Lake Road, if you were to carry on straight, you're going to get to the Interlakes Market, which is maybe about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes down that road, and that's Interlakes area, and that's got gas stations and pubs and restaurants and hardware store, all that kind of stuff. This field on the right here, I always look over expecting to see a moose in there. So this is what it looks like in the middle of May in this area. Snow goes away kind of April. And sometimes you can even have a little bit of snow in May, like just in the shade, that sort of thing. And temperatures vary, but you know, it can be like 20 degrees in the daytime, 15-20 degrees. Still going to cool off at night, 6 to 8 degrees, that sort of thing. Celsius, of course, what I'm talking about. That back there that we just passed, that road, that was the garbage dump. It's like I think it's like a bunch of dumpsters and transfer station, I think they call it. So we're going to make a right here. If you go in this direction, it's still Watch Lake Road. If you go the other way, if you make a left there, it turns into Little Green Lake Road or something, I think. So that, and what we saw there in front of us, that was actually Watch Lake. So this road's going to kind of circle around it. I think this property right here, and going back to the corner there, that's I think the Watch Lake Lodge, and they're one of the places that offer cabins and stuff, where they used to do trail rides and all kinds of stuff on horses, that sort of thing. I don't know if they do that anymore. There's a little spot here coming up ahead on the left. I'll tell you where it is, but that's there's a gate that goes through the fence, and there's an artesian well there, and a lot of the locals get their water from there. It's like a natural spring. So you go down this little gully here, and then it's just right there on the left. If you were to pull over somewhere around there, I think there might be a little small sign on the fence saying to close it behind you. I've never tried it, but you'll see people lined up there for it sometimes. Got houses on the left and on the right. There's a couple there. And we're getting to the lake, so all the way on the lake, you have people have houses. That road there goes down to all kinds of houses, and I think there's a resort there called Tall Timbers, I think, and I think they have camping. I don't know, they used to, I don't know what they have now, but I think that one's called Tall Timbers. And we're gonna make a left here. This little ditch here that you see it going underneath, that actually comes from, or no, actually it goes to Green Lake. Yeah, so this is Moose Point Drive, but that little ditch there is actually connecting the two lakes, so fish will spawn up in there. It's you can see them sometimes, like rainbow trout, and you see the suckers. They're called suckers. I don't know if there's another name for them. Like I've mentioned before in a few other videos, people do live year-round here. I'm gonna guess it's about 30% of the people live year-round. There is a fire hall just across the other side of the lake, that first road that we went by. So yeah, they're volunteer fire hall. But in the summertime, you get a lot of people that are seasonal. That water there, that's still stuff from the melt, the snow melting. The ground's pretty saturated still, so it doesn't really absorb it, and it's not warm enough for it to evaporate, really. Just looking down towards the lake between some houses there. Now, like a lot of the lakes in the area, there are several accesses, and they'll be numbered. This one up here that we're going to be going to, I think it's number 3, so it's Watch Lake access number 3. But yeah, it's kind of nice because a lot of them you could launch a boat at, but you can definitely launch like a paddleboard or kayak or car top aluminum boat. Some of them aren't so great for like if you had a trailer, but yeah, you can always get into the water or go for a swim or something like that. Because I've been to some places and you just can't get to the water because people live in every square foot of the waterfront. So yeah, here. This is the access. Well, thanks for joining me. This will be where we'll end this video. If you like this kind of thing, think about subscribing. Other than that, yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.